In this video, we're trying to look at, is the following argument actually correct or incorrect? So the argument here is, all students in this class understand logic. Xavier is a student in this class, therefore Xavier understands logic. Okay, so what I could say is, all right, okay, where X over here happens to be a domain of the entire universe, such that if this X is a student in my class, X is a student in my class, okay, then all students in this class understand logic. So this implies that X understands logic. Okay, so my claim here is this about all X's, okay, where X happens to be a universe of everything. Some of the people in this universe happen to be my students. So I'm using the conditional operator such that as long as X is a student in my class, then X understands logic. And what else I know is that, just as a recap from week 1, week 2, is that if I look at my statement here in yellow, everything in yellow must be true for every single X. Okay, so I do know that for everybody that's in orange here, in the shaded orange path, is going to be true because everybody in the shaded orange path happens to be my student, and all students in my class understand a logic. But for everybody that are not my students, which happens to be this yellow region, what it claims is that the hypothesis becomes false, but the hypothesis is false for the entire conditional statement is still going to be true, because you don't really matter. It doesn't really matter what the conclusion is, whether it's true or false. It's still going to be true. The entire yellow box is still going to be true, which means that this box over here is true for every single X. Okay, that was kind of a recap from some of the material we looked at in week 1, week 2. Now, Xavier is a student in this class. Okay, so this yellow box is true for every single X. Xavier happens to be a student in this class. So Xavier is one such person somewhere over here. Okay, so let's use maybe blue. Xavier is one such person over here in this domain. And and Xavier is a student in this class. So let's just take this idea that Xavier is a student in my class. Let's replace X with Xavier. And what I get at over here is that this entire piece over here is true. This entire box over here is true because it has just been derived from this yellow box by replacing X with Xavier. Now I also know that Xavier is a student in this class, meaning this piece over here is true, meaning, let me just kind of put it a little bit correctly, which is S of Xavier is true. Okay, so I know this piece over here is true. The box is true. This box over here is true. And I know this piece over here is true as well. So when I take S of Xavier and I put it back into my hypothesis, which is in here, by using modus ponens, I can conclude L of Xavier, which means that the conclusion Xavier understands logic is correct. Okay.